Check the weather tomorrow. Shake it down.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Oh.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every...
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll be inside the
touchdowns here if you pass the under 5 cents.
16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now here's the former Panther, had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. He fights him off. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Justin Jefferson, 92 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here come the Lions now. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 3rd down, Penn. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
21-0 our score after one. The Lions with the football here to begin this. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Penn. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going.
He's got a man complete. There he goes again. Touchdown, Carolina. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. And Detroit getting set to go now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Penn. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Pat McAfee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken at around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal was a score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
On 1st and 10, Penn. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Justin Jefferson,
94 yards.
And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Throwing to start the drive. Penn is complete to Lockett. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Penn. This one into the hands of Will Mallory. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly.
And got his man complete. Now he's loose again. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 93 yards. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here in Santa Clara. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Penn. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get more.
Wide open, complete, down to the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be